Welcome to Barina Cod Ministries. Today we are going to show you how we make unleavened bread. But first, let's talk really quick about the why. Exodus 12:18 through 20. In the first month, from the 14th day of the month at evening, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening. For 7 days no leaven is to be found in your houses. If anyone eats what is leavened, that person will be cut off from the congregation of Israel. Whether he is a sojourner or a native of the land, you shall eat nothing leavened. In all your dwelling places you shall eat unleavened bread. Notice it says for 7 days you need to eat unleavened bread. This is bread which does not rise. It is flat and thin. We would like to share with you our recipe for unleavened bread, Mexican style. Being of Mexican heritage, we will commonly make tortillas throughout the year. These have 4 ingredients: flour, water, oil, and salt. This is quite different than the tortillas you will find on the shelf at the grocery stores. If you look at the ingredients on those bags, you will often find a leavening agent there. Our homemade tortillas, though, have no leaven. They are unleavened bread. So we touched on the why. Let's get into the how. As I mentioned before, the ingredients are flour, oil, salt, and water. Let's measure the liquid first. We filled our measuring cup with water to the 1 1/4 mark. Next, we will fill it the rest of the way with oil to the 2 cup mark. So we have 1 1/4 cups of water and 3/4 cup of oil. Next, pour in 4 cups of flour. Set aside an extra half cup or so of flour to use when rolling the tortillas later. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Finally, add the liquid. Now we attach the kneading attachment to our KitchenAid and turn it on the lowest speed. If you do not have a stand mixer, simply knead the dough as you would any other bread dough. Let the mixer continue to mix. Once the dough looks like this, it is done. Once the dough is mixed, you will want to divide it into little balls. The bigger the ball, the bigger the tortilla. Our griddle is not very large, so the size that we make our dough balls is about this big. Once you have made all your balls, put them back in your bowl and cover with a towel. Let them sit for around 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes have passed, it is time to roll your tortillas out. Our children always have fun helping with this part. Take the flour you set aside earlier and dump it on your work table. Grab a dough ball and coat both sides of it with flour. Next, roll it out. If you have children helping, you may have to make their tortilla a bit thinner to your liking. And keep rolling. As you get more proficient at this, you will have 2 tortillas cooking while you are rolling. For this video, we are showing all the rolling techniques and we'll show the cooking part next. As you can see, our family is not the best at making round tortillas. We often like to imagine what they look like, as some will do with finding things in the clouds. We do try for roundness, but it is pretty rare around here. No matter what shape they are, they will taste good. The thing that will affect the taste or workability of the finished tortilla is the thickness. If it is too thick, it is more like a flatbread. If it is too thin, it will often fall apart when made into a burrito. So while you are getting yourself set up rolling the dough, you should preheat your griddle to 400 degrees. If you are using a stovetop griddle, we like the heat to be about medium. The tortillas will cook best on a fully heated pan. So go ahead and put the tortilla on the griddle. It will start sizzling and eventually you will see bubbles form. Once a good number of bubbles form, then flip the tortilla over. Let it bubble up again. Flip it over and see if you are happy with how brown it is. If you are, then put it aside. Repeat with the next ones. Once you have all your tortillas made, there are a few different ways we recommend eating them. Plain is simplest, and often our kids will grab a hot one and run off eating it. Another simple but great way is to put butter on a warm one, roll it up and enjoy. I'm sure many of you had quesadillas before. Simply melt some cheese on one. And finally, the burrito. Put anything you want into the tortilla, roll it up, and enjoy. We hope you have enjoyed learning how to make tortillas, or Mexican unleavened bread as we like to call it in the spring. Shalom and be blessed.